Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome to the featured contracts that got featured today by Eurogamer. So we have 5 of them. This is the first one I'm going to be covering, the Imposter Syndrome Part 1. So the briefing is as follows. It has come to our attention that a team of rogue assassins has been impersonating ICA agents. This cannot be allowed to continue. The imposters, Agent Wilson, Delahunty Light and Higton, were spotted entering the Argentina, but their whereabouts are currently unknown. We have, however, tracked their associates to a party in Mendoza, get up close and personal with weapons dealer Gavin Gifford and the master thief, the Night Cat. Find out what they want and then silence them. So for the part 1 we have 2 targets for it, and both of them we have to take out with a fiber wire, which is one of them is Corvo Black, the other one is Mikhail Kadir, and we have to take out Mikhail with a waiter's disguise. We can only kill the targets and we can't get spotted by the cameras. So my loadout for this one is going to be any suppressed pistol you want to choose, fiber wire of course, and then we're going to bring along a briefcase with the medic gas device inside it. If you don't have the medic gas device, alternatively bring along the Seeker 1, they'll both work the same. So from the very start we need to set up the trick with the gas device. So what we do there is take the gas device out of the briefcase and then immediately conceal it back into the briefcase, and that will activate the device itself. We went over to that guy over there to grab the invitation so we can get into the party itself, to show the invitation to this guard on the left, and you'll be allowed access into the party itself. So what we need to do now is head towards where Mikhail is, and we are going to poison him with the emetic gas and get him to move away from the area where he is. He's a Providence member. We also need to grab this coin from this desk right here. That is important because we're going to need that for a distraction a little bit later on. We're walking past our other target here right now, but we're going to wait for him to get upstairs so we can, you know, get him in a more secluded area. For now, we're going to highlight our detonator from in our inventory, and we're going to get close to Mikhail because he doesn't move, so we have to use a medic device or a Seeker 1. So we're going to stand next to him and explode it like that. We're going to move out of the way as well because we want him to come in this area. Now, if you are standing in the way, he will move over to the area to the right, and I will highly recommend if he does walk over to the right, then restart, because it's very, very difficult to get him in that area over there. So you want him to come over to this area. Once we're over here, we're going to drop the briefcase in these bushes, and we're going to put our body against this wall, and then subdue this waiter right here and grab his disguise, because we're going to need this to take out Mikhail with the fiber wire. So we're going to drag him a little bit further into the bushes as well and save him there. And we're going to make sure that we have our coin on us and our fiber wire. And right now we just need to wait for him to finish puking, and then we're going to distract him close to this flower bed to our left. And then we're going to distract him over to the right one, and we should be able to take him out, no problem. Meanwhile, Corvo Black is heading his way upstairs. I think he should be upstairs already, and he is going to move over to the area to our right, and we should be able to get him in a more secluded area. But for now, he will be on his phone having a conversation with somebody, and but right now we just have to wait for Mikhail to finish puking. I find it obnoxious where he's actually doing that. Like, there's people down below where he's puking, and he could easily be puking on people's heads, and I find it quite funny. But I think they have reduced the amount of time they take when they puke as well. I remember it being a lot longer in Season 1. So once he starts, you know, cleaning himself down there, and he walks away, that's where we want to throw a coin around this area. Retrieve the coin, and then once he's basically finished with that question mark above his head, that is when we're going to distract him over here. So I usually like to place the coin, but sometimes it just doesn't work. But so we have to like literally throw a second distraction. If he doesn't spot it, he's looking right at it, but he just doesn't care, which is annoying. So we're going to throw another coin to get him over to this area, because if we don't take him out over here, we will get spotted if we take him out with the location he was in. Corvo Black is over there, so he's no problem. Again, we want one final throw to just bring him a little bit further in. This probably would have been easier if we used an audio distraction, to be honest, but we don't have a spare slot, unfortunately. So now he's over an area where we need him to be. We can go ahead and garrote him, and then drag him into the flower bed right here. We need to make sure we put our suit back on, and once we've done that, we can head over to where Corvo Black is. Make sure we still got our coin as well. We don't actually use it, but we need to take out Corvo Black now. He is an enforcer as well to your suit, so just keep that in mind when you're doing this. So we just need to get behind him. Make sure there's no witnesses around. We won't be able to hide his body because there's no crates or anything like around. We can't just throw him over the ledge either. It's just not worth the risk. So what I would just recommend is just leaving his body where it is, pretty much. And then his body won't get found or anything, so you don't have to worry too much. Just make sure the garrote option does pop up for you before you push the garrote button, because if you don't, you will experience the punch glitch, which you don't want to happen. So once you've taken him out in your suit, though, put the waiter's disguise back on and head to the exit. The only exit that's available, I think, if I remember correctly. But the problem is with Mendoza on contracts is there's only, to my knowledge, 4 exits on the map. In contracts, I'm saying. But in the main mission, you've got the dance floor with Diana. Fair enough. But you can't do that in contracts. That's not available. So all you've got is the grape fields exit, which is really far away and really obnoxious to get there because there's so many staircases and stuff to get there. It's not a direct path there, really. The next exit is going to be like a car exit, which you need the keys for in the mansion. So you need to get into the mansion for that. And the other one is a boat exit, which you need the boat keys for it, which again is really far away. And the final one is like using a wetsuit, but again you need to get into a hostile area and take out 2 guards just to get to the exit. I find it a little bit underwhelming with the lack of decent options for exits, because this is not a good exit. It's good if you're over here, but if you're nowhere near it, no exits are actually any good. So I would hope that in the future maybe IO Interactive can at least add one more that's relatively close to the middle of the map. So we've got multiple choices in our suit anyway, because every exit is a hostile exit. I don't think that's right, especially when you're doing things suit only or trespassing in a certain disguise. But that's how you get Silent Assassin on the Imposter Syndrome anyway, and that was my mini little rant there at the end. There's no enforcers that's disguised in that great field, so you don't have to worry too much about that. But that's the first contract I've covered, so thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video if it helped you out. Subscribe if you are new to the channel and hit the bell notification to be notified of all future videos and live streams. Consider supporting me on Patreon or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below or clicking the link in the description. Big shout out to Paul Lilly, Big D, Bedry, RGL, Mark David, Constantine Mueller, The Crazy Jesus, The Shafe, Isaiah Blake and Nico Senpai for becoming top tier Psycho Assassin members. I really do appreciate you all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.